for your medicine for your IV push that you will be giving. So after you've gathered all your stuff, and we're going to go through this in lab, I just basically want to kind of introduce you to this stuff so we don't have to spend a lot of time on that. You're going to get a little saline, okay? A little one, not a large one. There is a large one and there is a small one. Same way with the heparin. There's a larger one and a smaller one. Think smaller, peripheral, okay? So anytime you are getting a brand new that I just opened out of the package, out of the packaging, this is got a lot of air in it. And if you just sit here and just push and push to try to push that air out, you're going to end up wasting a lot of your product once that seal on there is broke. So you always want to pop it back like you're aspirating, and that breaks that seal, and then it easily is flushed. Whereas if I didn't push it back first and I just kept pushing and pushing, and then finally when that seal broke, you'll have saline shoot up. And is it going to hurt anything? No. It's just that if you only took one to the room and you did that, then you're going to have to get more, and it is wasting product. But when you are checking off, and if you are getting a new one, or any time that you are in the organization and you are giving an IV on your patient, and you are utilizing one of these, please make sure that you are getting the air out, because you never want to push just straight air into an intravenous site. So you want to make sure that you are flushing and getting that air out, just as you've been taught in first semester. So remember your blunt tips syringes. You will have one of those that you will be getting ready, and that's what you're going to draw your drug out of the vial with. So remember, you're going to clean your vial with your alcohol. You're going to, let's say if I'm going to only have to administer a half cc, and that's what my order is after I've done my drug calculation, then I'm going to push that air in, I'm going to withdraw that, and then I'm going to put this back on here, and I'm going to remove it. Why am I removing it? Well, this is what we call our leur lock, and what we're going to have the IV hooked up to, as we talked about in the lecture. So this is the part that you're going to be shooting anything in. It's the actual leur lock. At the hospital, at Baptist, these are, unless they've changed them since the holiday, they're more of a clear purplish, and they're not white, but they're designed the exact same way. So you're going to scrub your hub, and you're going to, with alcohol, and then this is just going to screw on. It pushes, okay? Pushes in. There's a little blue tip right there. It pushes, and you screw it, and it's locked in. And that is when you're going to push whatever you need to push, whether it's your saline when you first start, if you need to aspirate when you first start prior to putting the saline in, or whatever drug that you're putting in. So it's just a lock. So if I did not take off that little tip, and a lot of times, you know, students will forget that, and then they'll figure it out, and something's not right. So let's say I forgot after I drawed up my blood or my saline, and I did this, and I kept trying to push, and something's not right. You get this deer in the headlight look. Something's wrong. You will figure out, well, this doesn't work. So, what do I need to do? Well, I've got to take this off. Okay, so you'll take that off, and then you'll just punch that in, and you'll screw it. Needleless system. Remember, that is for your safety. Okay, for a real quick rundown on that, you will also be having, let's talk a little bit about the pump. You are going to be checking off as well on an IV pump, and you're going to be hanging a piggyback. I know last semester you learned a lot about maintaining an IV. Well, this semester you should already kind of know that, so now we're going to talk about actually hanging up the piggyback. I remember piggyback on how it works as big man rides little man. I got that backwards. Little man rides big man, right? Okay, so you will have in your kit a small 50 ml bag, and basically it's just normal saline, but and we're never going to just piggyback normal saline, but this will be your drug, okay? Drugs come in various amounts of solutions of volume. It may be a 50 ml bag, it may be a 250 ml bag, and that you're going to piggyback it into an IV type of solution, whether it be normal saline, lactated ringers, and the main thing is, as your peg will tell you is that you're making sure that whatever it is you're piggybacking in is always compatible. I'm waiting to see if I can open this. If not, we can always use scissors. And I should have probably used scissors. I'm waiting. Can you get this open?